Hey, this is Alex with Grow How. Today is the 4th of July. 2 days ago, somebody came in and cut down all my shrubs on the side of my house. Now that one's dead. Oddly enough, they didn't touch that one. But everything else is chopped down. Now if you take a look at this, you will note that those are saw cuts. These weren't just randomly hacked down or stomped on, which is what a normal vandal would do. They're clean cuts. Equipment's been maintained or is, at least in good shape. And they've taken everything down to the crown. Let me show you another one here. See, there you go. It's done like somebody has experience. Now, this happened on a Friday. There was a landscape crew that my neighbor had employed who was working on, you guessed it, shrubs. Now, because this neighbor has been difficult before, I went ahead and first thing I did, other than get mad, was I called the local police office. Officer came down fairly quickly. I have to say, I live in a town, and I'm going to say it because these officers are great. The town I live in is American Fork, and they're very responsive. They care a lot. Officer came down, looked at what I'd done, understood that these were drought-hardy shrubs, and even noted that I was also probably preventing some erosion through here. And he went and talked to the landscape crew, and all of a sudden they didn't speak any English. Talked to the neighbors, they denied any knowledge of it. Upon talking to the neighbor that employed the landscape crew, she said, "Oh, they were out there all day. They didn't see anything. I was out there all day. I didn't see anything." I'm going to ask you, you get a landscape crew there, and you're out there all day. Somebody comes out with a saw, and you didn't notice it. Very, very highly suspicious. Then she, of course, tried to manipulate me into fixing a fence. My fence, admittedly, which I was going to fix until another helpful neighbor took it upon himself to fix it without talking to me. I stopped him in the middle of it. I don't mind people helping me, but you ask before you walk on somebody's property. I will also note that the same neighbor that was fixing the fence also very helpfully decides to come out on his own to spray my area with weed killer, which is illegal, blatant illegal, not just as far as trespassing goes, but for the chemical use on the property. I don't know. Any of my neighbors responsible? I'm going to say it's likely. Can I prove it? And can I for sure know which one it is? No, I cannot. This is a drought year. Worst year since 50-something, I think. Certainly in my lifetime, this is the worst drought. And now my drought-hardy shrubs are going to need extra water to survive. Now, if you're going to overwater your own property, I may get grumpy about it. I may even film it. If you're going to water the street, I might have something to say about that. Do I go on to somebody else's property and destroy it? Do I go on to somebody else's property and dictate how they should do things? No, I don't. I've been staring at that sickly tree for over 5 years now. Yeah, that one looks okay. That one looks okay. That one's sickly. If I took the attitude that somebody took with my stuff, oh, I don't like it, oh, I'm going to take control, that tree would now be gone. It obviously isn't. I don't like it, but it's not my business, it's not my place. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replant my dead shrub eventually. I'm gonna take all this stuff, I'm gonna clean it up, since whoever it did professionally cut, but they didn't professionally clean. And I'm gonna bring these shrubs back, even though it's gonna cost me some water that I really didn't want to spend this year. And then next year I'm gonna plant more, because that's what I do. I've been thinking about what I want to do in this area, and I think the dominant thing is to do what I've already been doing and annoy that very many military expletives out of the people who are annoyed by what I do. And I think that's fine. I think I'm good with that. Thank you for listening to my whine and my rant. Catch y'all later. Banana.